Hello everybody, my name is Janthius ASMR and welcome to another video where tonight I will take you through my couple of my favorite albums. And I will just talk about it, ramble a bit about it, and maybe inspire you to listen to them. I always like to get tips from new music, so please leave comments down below of music you would love me to check out or to talk about. Maybe I have the LP here at home, I have a couple. I will be doing some tapping and tracing and in general just talking about them mostly because I really like to talk about bands and music as well. It's one of my favorite things to do, I think, just talking about these type of things. So without further ado, let me grab the first album, which is right here. This is Our Caspian's Ways to Get Out, which is his first full-length LP. Before this he has made some EPs, some smaller albums with a couple of songs on there. This is only the outside cover of the LP. The actual is right there, just to show you. So there's a little booklet with the song text and some pictures, which I'll show you in a minute. And next up, we have here, nicely wrapped up in plastic, the actual LPs, which most of the time are in the little cover, but not for tonight's video. I've taken them out. So I'll shove this to the side real quick. I will flip this around so you can appreciate this side as well. And I will walk you through through the songs. So on side A, we have I'm Not Where I Need, Pretend, Get Along, Following the Trend, Following the Trend. Don't know why I said that weird. Side B, we have Attempt, 35mm, Come Down a Ways With Me, which I think is my absolute favorite song from this album. Our Past Lives. On side C, we have Brother, Moon Tower, Reach You, and Questions. And then finally on side D we have Built by Design, Plants, House, and Sunroom. I think Plants is amazing as well. Definitely check that out. So in terms of what type of music I'm showing you, this is, I would call it a bit more lo-fi, indie rock kind of music. It's one man that makes this. His name is Joel Johnston. He's from Ireland, and he made this in his parents' garden shed at home. And I don't know, I find that so fascinating. If you have enough inspiration and to be able to build this in your garden shed, it's amazing, I think. So anyway, let us take a look at this booklet as well. starting off, we have a couple of pictures. First picture. Let me shut that down a bit. The first picture shows his home studio in this garden shed that I talked about, which I think is one of the funniest things. But it looks really professional, I think, for a garden shed. Right. His coffee mug is still there. These are the different songs, I know that. These are the different songs, and what still has to be added and what still has to be done for it. So like the ones that are completely black are the parts and the steps that are finished. And what still white was what he still needed to do. And you can also see like his reel-to-reel machine here, which is a very old technique of playing music, recording it, and making it in general. There's a very loud airplane going over. Alright, so what I also love about For Caspian is that he records a lot of analog and acoustic instruments, like the drums. So in this garden shed he also has a drum setup, which is just amazing, I think. So this is the man himself, Jill Johnston. Let me flip the page real quick. He, in this album and in general, has a liking to make blurry pictures. Like this one and the one on this side as well. It's also just a very blurry picture of him. I don't know why he does that. I think it's a style. I'm no artist, I'm not sure. Here you can see him taking a picture of himself in the mirror. And again, this like blurry style around it. This one is a bit of a different style. This one is, I think, one of the more artsy ones, right? But I think it's really cool. And what I love about this the most is that, well, first of all, it's a bit more DIY, which I think is really cool. And he comes over as such a normal, down-to-earth dude that just likes doing what he's doing. And I've always had like a big love for people that just follow their passion, that follow their dreams, and just do it. And I think that's just absolutely amazing. So that, I think. So there are more blur pictures and there are more song texts. So I will just flip through over to one of my more favorite ones. Shows this one as well, the drum kit again. What is funny about the drum kit is that there's this video of him playing it, and where he's like halfway down the second chorus or something, and his drumstick gets stuck on like the cloth over his snare drum. And that's super annoying because when it gets over the snare drum, it gets caught. You put this over the snare drum just to mute it a little bit, muffle it a little bit down, so it doesn't like become too loud, so it gets a bit more warmer sound. But he got his stick stuck in it, so I had to do it all over again, which was quite sad to see. These two pictures I think are my favorite. Let's start with the left one. You always get a sneak peek of the dog. So this is the shed that I talked about before. can see it's just a very small-ish room with the slatted walls, and his recording studio was inside of this, so he put everything in here and basically lived out of his parents' garden for a little while. And this video that I talked about before, this dog always tried to get in the studio when he was recording, so he like stood in front of the door begging to come in while he was like banging on the drums, which was really fun to see. Let me just show you the man himself. There he is, waving at you at home. Really hope you check out this album. It's really worth it. It's, as I said, it's a bit lo-fi DIY, but the sound quality still is absolutely amazing and cannot recommend it enough. So check them out. Far Caspian, ways to get out. I will leave timestamps, I think, to the different albums. So if you look in the description box below and you like, I really wish you did this album or something, you should also leave a comment below. Maybe I can check it out. If you have recommendations, or if you have anything you would like me to take a look at or talk about, or if you like this style of like rambly videos about music, definitely comment it. We'll check it out. So here we have a small booklet which belongs to this album called Ends From Up There by the British band Black Country New Road. They're one of my favorite bands, especially this album. I think this album specifically is my favorite album from 2022. I just think it's really, really good. And I think it has some amazing song texts and lyrics, and I think the album cover and everything else around it is just absolutely great. So it has this like art style of toys wrapped in like plastic. And the inside there are more as well. Here we have, what I said, we have more of these like toys. So here we can see the album. Just put the colors down. Here we can see more of this art style. This board with these little holes in there as well, which I believe most of the time is just used to hang up like tools in your shed or something like that. And now they use it to hang up these plastic bags with toys in them. Like that. I just think it's so unique. On the other side you have this one with the globes. Once again hanging on like a just in a garden shed or like a workshop or something like that. So for this one, I wanted to take a look at the included booklet. There's some pictures of the band, and I just want to ramble a bit about the band as well. So the included booklet is this one right here. Once again with the staying really on theme here, with the plastic bag. This time horses. And then, actually I want to do one thing else. That is show you the backside of the album. So as I said, the band is called Black Country New Road, and from there. And the songs are as follows. On side A, we find the intro, Chaos Space Marine, Concord, and Red Song. And I think, especially with the brass instruments, and I believe there's a saxophone and really good drums and guitars. This is so different, and I think that the thing that makes this the most stand out is the lead singer called, I believe it's called Isaac Wood. Sadly left the band just after this album was released. He has such a unique way of singing, and I've never heard that before, ever. And this unique way of singing really sets this album apart from everything I've ever heard before. So, side B we have Good Will Hunting, Holler, and Mark's theme. Amazing solo section in this one on the sax. And we have the place where he inserted the blade on side C, Snow Globes, and on side D we end with a very long song called Basketball Shoes. So let's jump into this little booklet here, where we find the band. Can I show you this? We have the whole band standing on a hill, posing for a picture. And next to it we have the first song, which has no lyrics, so it's nice and empty. It's the intro song. And here to the left, we have three guys from the band in front of like this old, I don't know, it's like France or England where they recorded this, but it's got this old barn feel. I recorded this. I just think that's really cool to see, like this kind of behind the scenes type of feel. Here we have the person from the band who plays the piano. This picture really gives me like a roaring 50s vibe. I think that's really cool. I already have to laugh. I think it's just a very funny picture. You can also really see the time period in which this was recorded. So from the 2020s to the 2022, with the mosques around their necks. And I think what's cool about this type of music is that even though they may not have done it intentionally, the time period is really captured in the songs and in the feel of the album, I would say. And I think that's really cool. So it really is an album that can feel amazing, especially if you like maybe your headspace is not the best, or you're struggling with something and you need to escape a bit. I think the way that the lyrics and the music is delivered absolutely has a way of comfort, and in hard times can comfort you and can feel amazing. Some more lyrics. Just want to take a look at the pictures. Look at that. What a beautiful instrument, isn't it? I think it's a cello, not a bass, because I believe the bass is even larger than this. Correct me if I'm wrong, people in the comments. That's just a really cool photo, isn't it? What I say, it has maybe it's because of the bit of grayish filter on it, but this just has a really old feel. I think it's cool, though. The whole band again. No, not the full band actually. A part of the band. Enjoying breakfast. Or lunch maybe. Maybe even dinner. Because I think it's spaghetti. Could also be breakfast. I don't judge, you know. This I think looks more like the full band. And that ends the booklet already. I went a bit quick, but if you want me to read out lyrics, that's totally fine, but I think I would grab a different album because the lyrics are sometimes quite heavy, and I want to do justice with the delivery then. So, yeah, I don't know, let me know what you think about that, about reading lyrics like it's a poem. I have one more album to show you, so let me grab that real quick. It's quite heavy. Shore from Fleet Foxes. This is their most recent LP, but I would say recent, I would put it a little bit of concept. I believe it was the beginning of 2022, so it's already like a year and a half out. Maybe it's even 2021. Maybe it's on the back. Let's explore. Is it 2020 even? I'm not even sure actually. Anyway, doesn't really matter, does it? I have this one still in plastic, so I will take that out in a minute. But Shore is absolutely beautiful folk pop, folk rock kind of feel, and really unique, I think. The lead singer, Rowan Pecknold, is kind of like the most known from the band. And I don't know, it's just really cool. Let me grab it out of the plastic real quick. I really had to use two hands for that, so it's now out of the plastic. So Shore, Fleet Foxes, these are the songs. Waiting in Waist High Water, Sunblind, Can I Believe You, Jura, Featherweight, A Long Way Past the Past, For a Week or Two, a song I don't know how to pronounce, Mistranza, something like that. Young Man's Game, I'm Not My Season, Quiet Air, Going to the Sun Road, Cradling Mother, Cradling Mother. Sure. It's a long album. What I think one of the most unique things about this one is, other than that it's like this folk kind of feel, is that the album has, the D side has inscriptions in it, which I'll show you. So the inside is really unique, and each song has like a logo, I would say. So we have Wading in Waist High Water, with very small song text, or lyrics, I would say. But we have like a flower, and we have more flowers all around, plants and flowers, and each song has like their own picture. And the same goes for this side. We have A Long Way Past the Past, For a Week or Two. The song I don't know how to pronounce, but it really has a cool logo, don't you think? Young Man's Game, I'm Not My Season, Why There's a Shakira, Going to the Sun Road, Timia, Timia, maybe it's Time, To Sweet Time, like the seasoning kind of thing, what it's called, like the plant, I'm not sure. And it's beautiful. It's such a beautiful album, and music in general. I was to a concert of them, and I think it was the most, like, musically best sounding concert I've ever been. It sounded so absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if it was the concert hall I went to, or if it was just them, but it was one of the best concerts I ever went to. And I loved it. I would see them again. I hope so. So I will grab the LPs from this one. Here's the first one. And it's on this beautiful clear vinyl. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So I will grab the other one real quick, because that one is the most unique I've ever seen. So a bit of a harsh transition, but I've grabbed the D side, because this one has, which as I explained before, there's a lot of reflection actually. Let me fix this real quick. Might be a bit dark right now, but maybe you can see it a bit better now. You can see it only a bit. Yeah, it's always a transparent vinyl, so it is quite hard to see. Oh, that works. That works. So it's engraved. So the D side has no music on it. So it's engraved with the logos from the songs. That's also in the middle. Just slowly turning it around right now. So you can look at it. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's so unique and cool to do that. If you have the space for it, I think it's just really cool to see. Definitely one of the most unique albums I own. So guys, that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed. If you want me to show you more albums that I really love, leave a comment down below, because I can definitely do that. I own more music on vinyl, so I can also just make a follow-up on this, like a part 2, where I show you more of my favorite albums. Let me know what you would like to see, and